know what I find so amazing? And it is not humbling at all. It is not an humble position. But they had to let you win. They had to let you win, and God caused you to win, or you would have lost your mind. You had to have something to focus on to become a rapper, to become a singer, to win, or you would have lost your mind because you endured such great abuse. So they don't have no problem with you winning. But the problem that I have with your win is that your win is not your healing. So I'm the generation in front of you that has the same bruises. And you look at me because all of you are winners and have opened the door for each other. You're cataloging, you're doing concerts around the world. I would love to do those things. But here I am, the lowly prophetic voice, working a secular job, of which I'm very grateful for, and don't have any intention of leaving. God will have to separate me from the job. I'm not leaving the job because the Bible says work is honorable in home. But you look at me and you think, oh, well, we can't be too bad off. We rappers, we rich, we got money, we got houses, we got car, or you got the appearance of it. But you got a broken soul. And I'm not talking about the stuff you do, the parties, the sleeping, the laying. I'm talking about digging down deep in there and dealing with the stuff that has repercussion. You combed my background backwards and forwards. And I got to thinking about that yesterday. I said, they're combing my background. And I check you into work with my fingerprint, but they have not begun to look in their background. What are you combing my background for? What are you combing my history for? Y'all let the devil take your mind. I saw Sister Erica Wilson's husband, and I know he was not looking at me. Used to be a man of valor, a pastor in training. And everybody has their season. I had my season where I was sleeping on the street because I didn't want to be raped in the shelter. So I'm not judging nobody. I was asking people to help me because I didn't want to steal. If it's not for the grace of God, we can all go back to that. That's not what I'm saying. This don't make me. That's not what I'm saying. This is an opportunity I'm grateful for. You better believe I'm putting my seeds in the ground because everything shifts eventually. But what I'm saying is, he is not suffering from God saying, men of God, I don't have provision for you. He's suffering from a broken heart. And a man and a woman suffer differently when they have a broken heart. I have a friend. She's a great woman. She's a police officer. She's a judge kind type. She told me, she said, you prideful, you broken. You need to let God heal you. And I used to say, I'm not prideful, I'm not broken. Why you say that? And her whole point was because you need to go to the shelter. You don't want pastor to know you in a shelter. You need to go to the shelter. You need to submit to the shelter. So now I'm in the shelter. I submitted to the shelter. She finally told me, I'm proud of you because you submitted to the shelter. It wasn't just me. She had another guy doing the same thing, living off her. He didn't want to submit to the shelter. You go through. And you know what? God uses those things to temper your spirit. And I remember one night I was laying in my bed and I felt like I can't wait till I get moved, whatever. But Lord, I thank you for this process. I thank you for this place. I'm finally at a good shelter where, things can process for me the right way. And I said, but God, I thank you because I'm free to get up and go to work in the morning. I'm free to eat a hamburger for $4. I'm free to buy ice cream. I'm free to eat raisins if that's what I want. So God, I thank you. I can go to the movie on my day off. So we can choose, right? When Jonah refused to do the will of God, the Lord had a whale swallow him up for 3 days, 3 nights. He was in the belly of a whale. And even though that was a type and a shadow of the Son of Man being in the earth for 3 days and 3 nights, a situation he could not control, that the glory of God may be revealed in him and in his life, we too could be in that situation. So it's better not to rebel against the plan of God for your life. It's better to just go with the flow and allow that situation that seems so hard and so painful to shine a light on your heart. Examine the reins of your heart. Temper your heart. Establish and settle you. So I'm looking at y'all famous. Y'all rappers. Y'all rolling in the cars, rolling. I don't know if it's image or real. But the thing about it is that's not what's important. What's important is don't let that be the cover of your sword. Don't let that be your scab. Get down in there and be healed. Because if you was born in the church, how you gonna leave God?